Alright, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Slave Beast here, and I'm back at y'all with another video. Now, today we're not going to be talking about Call of Duty, and we're not going to be talking about Mortal Kombat. Today I decided to talk about Twisted Metal and us possibly seeing Season 2 because I enjoyed that way too much. So, a couple of things before we get into the video. As y'all see in the background, I got some Twisted Metal Black gameplay in the background, and this is my first time playing Twisted Metal Black officially and recording gameplay for it, and it took me a while to download the game. Now, I do have one problem with this game. For some reason, it was fun, yes, but it was just too dark for me, and wasn't really feeling the colors like that, and I wanted some better Twisted Metal gameplay, so I decided to go on Twisted Metal head on for the PS2. And I felt like it had better color and I could see everything better, and I just felt like it was just going to be overall upgrade to what I was going to have on my channel and what I'm showcasing. So yeah, that'll be the reason why you guys are getting two gameplays, because I just didn't want a dark video for this topic, because I felt like the show was real colorful, and I'm just hoping to see season 2. Now, on the other hand, I'm going to be talking about the app that they placed the show on and how that works out. So Peacock is an app, and you download it, and it's supposed to be, they showcase on Instagram sometimes free movies and free TV shows, but it's not all free. They only give you like the first episode free, and then you have to pay for it afterwards, which I was already expecting, but it caught me off guard when it allowed me to watch the first episode of Twisted Metal. And this is where the things kind of got like to a headache. So when I first watched the first episode for free, I got like 1 or 2 ads in the beginning of it, and it let me watch the whole show throughout the whole thing. And the first episode, it hooked me, so I had to keep watching. And plus, at this time, I thought it was free because it didn't say anything about any money. So after I got done with the first episode, I decided to go ahead and watch the second episode. And this is where the things got kind of funny. It asked me for like $5 or $6, so I went ahead and paid because I was already expecting to pay. And for some reason, it felt like the ads just got worse than when I got the free episode. I understand it's business and everything is about money, but it's still kind of crazy how you watch something for free and it's good, and then you watch it again after paying, and the first problem gets worse. So then the second thing happened with the app. My Wi-Fi just randomly decided to stop working, so I had to go ahead and use cellular. And I try to stream it to my TV because I buy my apps on my phone and I stream it to my TV. And the first thing I can notice is any iPhone HDMI to phone to TV type of device or whatever, it won't work. They actually blocked it. I have used those devices on Netflix, Hulu, and other things. So with the Wi-Fi off, I couldn't stream it to my TV, so I had to use a device, and the device didn't work. And then on another topic, I tried to just watch it straight off the phone, and for some reason it didn't work on my cellular. I don't know if it's just my cellular or whatever, but the app is a deal breaker, because what if you get stuck somewhere in a parking lot and you just want to watch a TV show? Then you're going to be stuck, bored, and you're going to die of boredom. So I'll just give the app 1 out of 5 stars, but the TV show is a whole nother level. This Twisted Metal gives you a brand new story, a brand new character that's not really a character if you don't know the Twisted Metal lore, but it just gives you a whole new feeling and vibe to the Twisted Metal world. It's about a milkman named John Doe from Twisted Metal Black, just driving around in his wife. His car is his wife, Evelyn. And it's just a whole experience. It's a big adventure. It was nothing like I was expecting, especially with all the corny jokes, and here and there you'll laugh at like 2 out of 10 of them. But I don't know why, but it accomplished me feeling like I was back in 2000, like the year 2000 or whatever year they placed it back at, because it was just an adventure with random folks. Nobody had like cellular and all that bullshit device because all that shit crashed, and it just felt like it was like a Walking Dead Twisted Metal type world. It didn't feel like an apocalypse really. It just felt like they were in the wild west. I'm gonna go ahead and issue spoiler alerts because I am probably gonna delve into some of the stuff that happened in the TV show, and I recommend, if you can look past the Peacock bullshit, the app, it's worth it. It's really worth it to watch Twisted Metal. It's like, go ahead and watch the show right now because I'm pretty sure I'm going to say something that you don't want to hear yet. Now, I just got done watching the Mayans MC, and I missed one character, and his name was Coco. The motherfucker Richard Cabral. I didn't even know he was in the show. This dude pops up with his sister Quiet, trying to rob my man John Doe, and I'm like, oh shit, that's Richard Cabral, that's my man. I'm getting super hyped because the TV show is kind of hyped. And this is the part that almost got me. This motherfucker, Richard Cabral, aka Loud as they're calling him, decides he wants to kill himself. This motherfucker shot himself in the goddamn head. And it was so fucking annoying, dude. Like, that was the one thing that I didn't think I was gonna finish the show right there. The first episode, they give me one of my favorite characters out of another show, and then they just snatch him right off the screen. So that was just my little backstory of when I first watched the first episode, and an all-star in my eyes being killed right in front of me. But other than that, man, the characters are just solid. Everybody's a part of the old Twisted Metal games or Twisted Metal lore, but it's kind of weird how they fit them in. It's kind of like they were telling a story but putting names of people who were just in other stories just there and not giving them what the old character was. And it works. Like, it has to work. Like, it was still intriguing to see all the characters and being able to recognize everybody that, like, when they say their names. You got the two meatheads, the dumb boneheads, Stu and Mike. And then you got Officer Stone, Agent Stone. And then the first name that popped out to me was Raven because I'm deep in the Twisted Metal Black lore, but I'm not as far as deep in the game. Like, this is my first time playing. Not only that, Raven, actually played by Nev Campbell, missed Scream 6 that I just saw just this year. And shout out to my man Samoa Joe. Yes, I was once a wrestling fan, and he plays my man Sweet Tooth, which is the most iconic and best acting that I've seen this year. I wouldn't say acting because maybe my man is really walnuts in real life, but just making the character come to life on the screen, like, it's just the best feeling when as a kid Sweet Tooth would be something like that if you ever ran into him in real life. But my man Anthony Mackie, besides his Tupac, he has a great job just trying to be funny and just trying to take the screen up and with no fillers. Like, whenever he's on screen, it's actually worth watching. I mean, yes, he has a lot of dumb jokes, but John Doe, besides being undercover cop that was in that gang in Twisted Metal Black, I mean, I prefer Anthony Mackie. Like, he actually lights up the screen. He makes you want to watch it, kind of. I'm not a big Marvel fan, so I don't know about Falcon and all that, but, Anthony Mackie's an OG. We got Clarence. His real name is Clarence. Then we got Quiet, Stephanie Beatrice, who is from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I kind of fumbled with that right there, but y'all let me know, should I watch that show, because I don't really watch it, but she seems like an interesting person. I got a soft spot for Latinas. Just hit her up on Twitter or Instagram, tell her to hit my phone. And it was kind of stupid how fast the Agent Shepard died, because he played a big role in the other Twisted Metal game. There's just like a whole big book of just characters that are from the games. One of my favorites too that I liked it was Miranda Watts. If you don't know, she drove Twister on Twisted Metal head on. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Agent Shepard's from that game too. Along with the police force, you had Carl and Jamie Roberts, who were just like they were working under the police, and Agent Stone. One of my other big favorites too was just the Preacher. I did not expect to see the Preacher. I thought it was just like a random ass hideout or whatever, and then he came out with the hat on, and I already knew what time it was. Shout out to him. There were also a bunch of characters in the Milkman Pit Stop episode. We had like Pizza Boy, Drag Queen, Pit Viper, Mr. Slam, but Of course, Mr. Slam, he wasn't Mr. Slam in the car. I'm not even gonna get into that one. But what truly makes this show that good to me is just the way it makes you feel like you're back in the day and experiencing a brand new Twisted Metal game. You can just watch as a new story and a new lore forms, because that season was just lining up for bigger, and this is just getting started like every other TV show. And I just want to see it progress, and I want to see the big battles at the end. Because if you did watch the pit stop episode, you would know like they went in there and they kind of killed or destroyed anybody, and people in there want revenge. Like they just got stepped on inside of a damn milkman pit stop. Like imagine, John Doe walking around bragging about that. So some of them are actually gonna show up to the Twisted Metal contest, and I just want to see how they all react. And I'm pretty sure John Doe wants his retaliation for what happened to Evelyn, his lovely car, the Subaru. Preacher did that, so that's why I said spoiler, because I'm spoiling a lot right now. And we're just running out of TV shows to watch today. That's something with action, comedy, and something for the old gamers, like the old timers or the kind of young. I'm not like a old dude, but I did play all those games, and I play Mortal Kombat, and I like dark games, and I feel like that's a very dark game. You had Calypso granting all his wishes and all, cars exploding, bad endings, people wishing for dumb stuff. And to mention again, the gameplay that you saw in the background of Twisted Metal Black, like I said, it was my first time playing the game, but I've been known about this game because I was so stuck on the stories and the ending, because it was just dark and it was something that you don't see every day. And while they did kill a lot of characters in this first season, I'm pretty sure all those characters they can get 20 times on. But Sweet Tooth, he did his thing. I think he had the best part because he's Sweet Tooth. Like, I wasn't more than to stand beside the man or the clown, the myth, the legend himself, Sweet Tooth. My man's even set his own head on fire due to Mike and Stu. And I honestly feel for John Doe because I have the same love that he does for my own car. I mean, I even gave her a name, but I'm not even going to speak on that. This is YouTube. That shit is personal. And I have no problem with the effects and the visuals and the shots. I actually enjoyed them. It was telling the story, and it told it pretty good. Like, for instance, with Agent Stone, when he went in and tried to stop some looters in the store, and he ended up doing what he did in Twisted Metal Black. A lot of people had a problem with John Doe's kid version. I didn't have a problem with it. I liked how he made his own car, and he stuck with that car for over those years. Like, man grew up in that car. Like, that's love. And I love how Quiet was able to get her revenge on those who killed my man's Richard Cabral, R.I.P. Coco, R.I.P. Loud. And I'm truly excited to see Axel and Calypso and how Bloody Mary's car looks, because a lot of these people, we didn't really get to see them in action in their cars, like the Preacher and Drag Queen, maybe if she's still alive, and Pit Viper. I really need season 2 right now, because after watching that show, I didn't have anything else that I really wanted to watch like that. And we're running out of shows to watch out here. But on another note, this video is pretty late, but on another note, I got a Mortal Kombat 1 beta gameplay video coming out. I actually got into the beta 2 days in, so I didn't get that much gameplay, but I got a lot. And I have a video coming up with my review with everything, even the trailers that just came out that I never got a chance to react to. So there's gonna be a little bit of rain in that video too, so y'all be able to be sure to be on the lookout for that video. And y'all like and subscribe and share with your friends. And I am aware that there's a writing strike going on right now. That's why a lot of the shows that I watch are not coming out, and that's why I said earlier that there's not really nothing to watch. So if the strike is over, I really hope Twisted Metal Season 2 does get released and get renewed for a new season, because that would suck if it just came out with one season and I enjoyed it and then it just stops. I'm pretty sure everybody out here had a show that did that. But yeah, man, y'all like, subscribe, y'all share with your friends, and be on the lookout for more content. Love y'all.